Tai Chi Chuan translates as Supreme Ultimate Fist or Supreme Ultimate Boxing. It's an ancient form of exercise to stay strong, but when people are doing the highly choreographed movements of Tai Chi, the shadow boxing, they're ingraining a soft muscle memory inside of them. So if they ever were to get into a situation where they needed to use something martial, those shapes would take over, and you would deal with the situation in more of like an unconscious manner. When I was 18 and I'm 36 now, so it's a wee while. Yeah, it takes to be really good at it. It takes about 25 years, to call yourself a master. But the honour of being a master can be bestowed from your teacher or your students. They can call you master. There's two ways you can compete really. You can do the barehanded form, or with a weapon, or with a partner. You can do a form in front of a panel of judges, usually about 3, and then that routine will be awarded points, because the routine shouldn't really deviate from a set form, and obviously the judges know what the set form is. So that would be graded accordingly. So it would be graded rather like ballet dancing or figure skating would be judged. The other point of view is that you can do what's called push hands, where you stand toe to toe against an opponent. It looks a little, to the untrained eye, it looks a little bit like wrestling, but push hands and freestyle pushes hands is when you use 4 ounces of force, just a tiny bit of touch to feel the momentum into somebody else's body, and use that to your advantage. And these shapes that you practice often and regularly, hopefully they'll take over a little bit and move it from the centre, and you'll try to untopple that person. So if the heel raises off the ground, you get 1 point. If they put a knee down, you get 4 points. The land on the backside, they get 8 points. So it depends how dramatically they go down, is how many points you score. And they'll be timed over 2-minute rounds, 1 minute on one leg, 1 minute on the next leg. I routinely practice a modern Yang style form. I think it was first demonstrated in 1953 and then taught to the masses in 1954 by a guy called Li Tanji. He was asked by the Chinese government to put the routine together, and it's the most widely recognised and appreciated form. It's a modern form, so it's only been around 50 or 60 years, but it's a standardised routine that most people are familiar with that come through China. Most people are taught it in the syllabus when they go to school in China. There are different family groups. There's about 5 major family groups in Tai Chi. Everybody had a little bit of an idea about how it should be done, and it was very much passed to father to son. It kept within the family. Posturally, there are differences in Wu style. You have very much a slanting back. In Yang style, the back's upright. Different similarities between different forms, but the most subtle to the untrained eye to look at. I haven't practiced house style. I've done a little bit of Wu style. I've done some style as well. Traditional Yang is not in my vocabulary, so modern Yang is the only one that I can really talk about. But it makes the practitioners martially very competent if they have an understanding of what the movements mean. And the real trick of Tai Chi is to have that 4 ounces of force. When somebody throws a punch or throws a kick or approaches you, it gives the Tai Chi practitioner something to use. So it's rather like having a gift, something to work from. Very much when somebody makes an opener in chess, they're making an opener so you can react to that. So that was a good lesson, and also a life lesson as well. You know, people that very much go out and getters and very much brash type of people. I don't know, you see them fall really easily. Okay, good qualities in a teacher, you know, you've got to learn to trust and respect them. You know, because often they're talking about things that can't necessarily be seen, you know, talking about energy flow and things like that. So you've got to, you know, trust and get on with your teacher.